Hello everybody and a good day to you all. Today I am talking about Arrow season number 6, episode number 10. And this episode is directed by James Bamford. And here we have the team has been split up. The team has split up. I mean, Oliver, Felicity, and Diggle, the original team, they're together. But Curtis, Renee, and Dinah, they broke apart because they didn't like the fact that Oliver spied on them to investigate to find out if they actually was on his side or they was going to betray him. And they felt betrayed themselves, so they left the team. And so you have Oliver who's saying, "Well, screw you. I don't trust you either, so I can do this all by myself. We're the original team. We could do it. We could do it on our own. We don't need them." But the problem is, Diggle was down. He can't go out in the field right now because the chip that Curtis was making is not quite working just yet, and so he hasn't perfected it yet, so he can use it. So he still has the tremors, and he can't go out on the field. So Oliver people had to do it all by himself. Yes, he has Felicity, but she's mostly in the back on the computer giving information. She's not out there on the field when things are going down, and he's realizing that he can't do it all alone. He needs help because they had the numbers on their side. It was a small group, he probably could have handled it. But since there's so many of them, it's a little bit overwhelming for him. Even he can't handle it. And so he learns through this episode that he can't do it all on his own, and that he has to learn how to forgive. And hopefully they will forgive him. And the thing is though, he's not completely mad at Wild Dog for what he did. He's not mad at him. He understands what he did. I mean, he doesn't like the fact that he didn't tell him and he kind of in a way betrayed them. But he understands why. He has a son. He has a daughter. Both of them are fathers, and he'll do anything to save his son. And he understands that he'd do anything to save his daughter. But he still feels betrayed at the same time, and that's something he just cannot get past. But he learns how to deal with that because he knows a greater threat is here. And so put your egos aside and whatever problems that they're having, we need to learn how to work together as one. And while they're dealing with that, you also got a little side story going on with Thea and Quentin. And Quentin's still dealing with the fact that he with Laurel, with the evil Laurel, and he still thinks that there is some good in her because she did save his life. And she did let him get away. So he's still thinking that maybe, even though that's not really his real daughter, but there may be a little bit of good in her, just like his daughter, that he can probably save and maybe bring into the light. Maybe he shouldn't give up on her so fast and so quickly. If he actually see her for who she really is, he might see the good inside of her, and maybe they might have a connection. And in some way, he's like getting his daughter back. So he's talking with that with Thea right here, and they're both dealing with that in this episode. Now overall, I was enjoying this episode a whole lot. Now this is going to be a spoiler right here, until it got to the end. Now, like I said, Oliver realized that he can't do it all by himself, and he realized that the bad guys had the numbers right now, and so he needs the team back together. They're going to put aside their petty differences, whatever problems they had, for the greater good. And so he invites Curtis, Renee, and Dinah back into the team. He says, "I'm sorry for what I did. I know what I did was wrong, and I understand. But the thing is, though, both of us were wrong. And so let's put that aside and let's come back together as a team to stop this threat." And they say no, because they don't want to go back to how things were. And so they decide to do things. They start to form their own team and do it on their own. Okay, that's fine and all. But here's the problem I'm having. Okay, you have Curtis, who is smart, can build almost anything, but in the field, he is not the strongest. Then you have Renee, aka Wild Dog, who doesn't like to follow orders, very impulsive, and he's a hothead. So that makes him unpredictable and not good in the field. And yeah, he gets things done, but in the process, he could cause a lot of problems for them than they achieve. So that's messed up. Now you have Dinah. Now Dinah is the most level-headed one out of the group, but she's dealing with a lot of emotional stuff right now with Vigilante and finding out about him and what he was up to. And so now she's dealing with that. And so when she sees him on the field again, how would she act? Would she become a little hot-headed too and lose herself and lose control? I understand they want to do things on their own, and I understand why they a little bit mad at Oliver. I get it, but I think their feelings and being hurt affecting what's actually better for the team. Going on their own and trying to do things by themselves is not good. I can see them getting themselves killed because, like I said, you got Curtis, very very smart, technical knowledge, a genius, but in the field, not the strongest. And Renee, even though he's great in the field, not a great thinker when it comes to on his feet. He's more of a hothead, and he more reacts to things, and then that. Even though sometimes it might work in his favor, and other times it might not, but he's taking a lot of chances, and we could get them get them killed. And you can't trust your partner who you with. You're dead. And even though Diana could be a good leader, but right now she's a little bit emotionally unstable, and so yeah. So oh well. Have fun with that, I guess. But on a positive note, Diggle, he's back. He's back now. The chip finally works, and he got his reflexes back, and the tremor's gone. So I know eventually the team is eventually gonna get back together. I mean, they have to, because the show is mostly about Arrow. The show is called Arrow, so it mostly focuses on Arrow, and the only reason what made them so interesting because they're part of Arrow, and so they got to do things on their own. I mean, who wants to watch that show? But anywho. But I did enjoy the episode, and I'm liking Michael Emerson as and Caden James. I'm liking him as the bad guy. He's very smart, very calculated. I'm not exactly sure what his main plan is, what his purpose, what he's trying to do right now is, but I am enjoying him as part of the show. And watching all these bad guys come together as a group to pretty much stop Oliver and to do whatever is very interesting to me. Like I said, I know eventually the team eventually going to have to come together. But how would that go down exactly? I don't know. But I'll let's see where it goes. So leave your comments down below. Let me know what you thought about this episode of Arrow. If you haven't watched it, check it out for yourself. Just don't take my word for it. Hopefully when you watch it, you will enjoy it and have fun watching it too. Well, that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So give my channel the big old like, the thumbs up. Boom. And subscribe to my channel and share. I really would appreciate it. Like I always say in my dreams and in my life, I am the Ninja Rabbit. Peace out, peoples.